Red Glasses Talks. The topic today is priority living. If you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. Let me say it again. If you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. The Bible is really big on planning. Read through the book of Proverbs sometime, and you will notice there the emphasis on how we go through our days and weeks and months and years with a plan, God's plan. So in Matthew chapter 22, Jesus in verses 37 to 39 says the following: You must love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, and all your mind. That's priority one. This is the first and greatest commandment. A second is equally important. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. So the four priorities is how I live my life. By the grace of God, I plan everything and filter everything through that filter of the four priorities. Priority one, your love for Christ and you're growing in relationship with Him. Number two, your relationship with you. Listen, here's what you need to remember. You will only be able to love somebody else to the degree you love yourself, and you'll only be able to love yourself to the degree you know how much God loves you. So you've got to take care of yourself and develop and grow in a healthy way in relationship to you. And then the third priority is a commitment to my relationship with other believers, which includes my wife. It includes my children and my grandchildren, and so on from there. And then the fourth priority is a commitment to making a difference in the lives of people around us every day that don't know God from Donald Duck. And also caring about their whole needs, whatever those needs might be. So what I do each year, I take some time, pretty good chunk of time, and I go through the four priorities and I list priority one, priority two, three, and four. And under each one, I put tangible, specific goals that I want to do to live out each of those priorities during the year. And let me add this. I believe everything that you and I deal with in daily life can be placed under one of those four biblical priorities. So if I want to be a Christian, a follower of Jesus, and live a godlike life, these two verses, 37 to 39 in Matthew 22, give you the four things, the four main things. It's kind of like a Cliff Note version of everything Jesus taught in the Bible. These four things, and for 20, maybe 30 some years, I've been trying to live my life by these four priorities. So what happens is, after I put down my goals, then each week in the new year, I will open my calendar and I will put tangible, specific targets of what I'm going to do to live out these goals that I put down. So they go from my goals to my schedule. And as I live my schedule out, I'm literally beginning to live out and be shaped by the goals that I set for these priorities. It's pretty simple, but it's changed my life. And so my encouragement to you is that you will begin to think through His four priorities and begin to put down your goals. And if you want more help with this, go to the TolsonGroup.com, and there's a downloadable of how to go about doing that if you need help doing that. The other thing I would say is, and I think this is going to be in the picture here, if you want to know more about the four priority book, you ought to get this daggone book and read it, and it will give you great insight on how to plan your life. And so the point is this: if you aim at nothing, you'll hit it every time. Think about that.